and a break from what we would normally do on Good Morning Connecticut, because Ann has some very big news.
Yeah, this is when a morning show meets morning sickness. So good morning, everyone. I'm so thrilled to announce that I'm pregnant. I actually never thought those words would physically come out of my mouth.
And that's why you're announcing it.
Yeah, it has been a very, very long journey, a personal journey, but I wanted to tell it in hopes to give other women some inspiration. I sat down with Ann Nyberg and shared my story with her.
Why is it important to you to tell this story?
Infertility is a real issue, and there's so much heartbreak behind it. It's uncomfortable to talk about miscarriage. It's uncomfortable to talk about the loss of a child. I am hoping that my story can give someone hope and encouragement, and also encourage them to get support.
Ann married her college sweetheart, Chris, at the age of 34, and because she was in her mid-30s, they set out to have a child right away. That did not happen. Instead, there would be a series of devastating events that would leave her depressed and test her marriage. On her first wedding anniversary, she was pregnant for the first time and gave her husband a baby shirt to signify they were on their way to having a family. Shortly thereafter, everything would spiral out of control.
About 8 weeks after that, I had a miscarriage, and nothing can prepare you for that. After the first miscarriage, very quickly after that, I became pregnant again, but that one was an ectopic pregnancy. It was very scary. A doctor said, this is a life-threatening issue for you. We have two options. We can do exploratory surgery, because the embryo can travel into your lungs, into your heart, into your intestines, and as it continues to grow, it can kill you. Or we can do chemotherapy.
She chose a form of chemotherapy, 3 rounds worth. She lost some of her hair and to this day wears many hair extensions.
2 miscarriages, chemotherapy, then what happens?
We were finally able to start about 6 months after that to try again. About a year of trying and nothing. So at that point, we tried IVF. What you don't know about IVF is that you're giving yourself shots almost every single day. You're on hormones, you're on estrogen, your hormones are through the roof. You gain a lot of weight during that process, and your brain is hard to even function during that. And that's the difficulty about infertility as well, is that it's not only a strain on you and your emotions, it's really a strain on marriages as well. You know, one person wants to go forward, another person is exhausted. One person feels like, but we have to do this if we want the end all, which is a child. Another person is ready to give up. It is incredibly hard on a marriage.
The only infertility treatment that was successful was the first of the 4. She became pregnant with twins, but after 8 weeks, that pregnancy ended.
That was a time, Ann. The second miscarriage, the loss of twins. Now I'd lost 3 children. With the ectopic, 4. I just needed a break. We took about a year off after that. It was just too hard.
She had some surgery to finally give it one last go, but even that did not result in a positive outcome. She was told she would never have her own baby.
And I was so depressed because the dream of having a child was just gone.
Ann and her husband let go of trying to get pregnant last fall and started researching about adoptions and surrogacy. But then something happened. She got pregnant without intervention.
With all the problems that you've had, and you're about to be 39 years old, you're 14 weeks into the pregnancy, how frightened are you that you're going to get to term?
Scared to death. Absolutely scared to death. One of the reasons I was hesitant to even talk about this is because I know I'll be completely crushed should we lose this baby. And the mourning process will be so much different because I am further along than I've ever been before, and with each week that passes, I think this could be it. I want to feel happy. I want to feel that joy that comes with the pregnancy. I don't want to live in the fear of the past, and so I kind of feel like maybe if I say it, it'll be more real. If I can let people know, I can finally experience the joy that comes with it. And if it's a miscarriage and I lose this child, that I want women to see it doesn't always end happily. And the importance of talking about miscarriage and infertility is that you get help and you talk to other women.
How you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's emotional.
Yeah.
It's emotional, but I wanted to share the story because, you know, I've been that person who's been struggling to get pregnant for 4 years, and you see someone say, I'm pregnant, and you're happy for them, but
Right.
your heart breaks because you think, am I alone in this? Am I alone in this struggle? And I wanted to be that fertility friend to women that are struggling and know I'm here if you would love to talk to you, honestly. I've been there. And
Even now, even since we first aired that story last night after the Oscars, I saw that a few people tweeted you and said, oh my gosh,
yeah.
I know what you're feeling. I've done that. I've been through that too.
Right. That's been such a comfort. Thank you to all the tweets and Facebooks and emails. And I really hoped that it would create a community that people could talk together, because you see in magazines that 40-year-olds, oh yeah, I had twins with IVF. It all looks so easy, and I can tell you after 4 rounds of failed IVF, it is not an easy process.
And let me tell you, from this side of the table, it's hard to know what to say. I think that's the other thing too.
Yeah, and that's just it. Family and friends, who I love my family and friends dearly, they haven't known what to say to me, and they never have the right words, and that's why I really think a support group is the best network that you can be with women and men, because it also, infertility affects men as well.
Yeah, well, your TV family's here for you too.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank
and
you,
we are thrilled with this news. Thrilled to be able to share it, and
Thank you.
and thrilled to be here for the ride too.
I appreciate the station giving me the time to tell the story.